Hey everyone, if you're clicking on this, first off, thank you. I know my channel isn't really focused and it's hard to tell what I'm going to upload, and most people probably just forget that they're subscribed and once in a while see something crop up on their inbox and go, huh. But as I did a couple of videos on way back when, I used to advertise the fact that I am an author and a novelist, and I do these on the side as a passion project from, apart from my YouTubing and my blogging, day job, all that rigmarole. Um, and so I wanted to announce that the next Earth book is out. You can see not for resale. This is a review copy. So imagine that band will not be there because if you buy it, it won't be there. But yeah, so this is Earth Game of the Year edition, and the sequel, Earth Super Turbo Arcade Edition, has just come out. I imagine if you're a gamer, you'll know what that's a reference to, that subtitle. Um, Anyway, so just a quick sentence about the books. The Earth series is really simply put, it's just about the idea of, what if we are all living in a game and we're being controlled, loosely by teenagers basically playing a super advanced version of The Sims or Civilization or any of those sorts of games. So yeah, how do we interact with the kid who's playing us and controlling the world around us, and how do we make heads or tails of our own existence, knowing that it's essentially fake? Anyway, the idea stemmed from just you ever hear someone say something that you could have predicted, the deja vu sense you get some days when you wake up, or the whole like I can have this whole conversation with another person before they open their mouths because I know what's coming out, almost like it's scripted, almost like it's an NPC conversation that you've heard a million times before. And I just, there came a point where I had a critical mass of those interactions, and I went, wait a minute, what if what if none of this is real? Like, what if, even if I cut myself and blood comes out, does it actually make it real? Or does it just mean it's a blood special effect or, a visual effect, like in a video game, right? When in Gears of War, when I'm Marcus Phoenix carving through locusts, I don't believe that blood's real. I know it's fake, even if it's red. So that's kind of the idea that came to me. And I thought, well, and I started looking for patterns around me. And I came to, again, this conclusion that maybe our world's not as real as we want to treat it as. So that's kind of the idea for this cover, which is representing Bryant Park. This is the sunset from Bryant Park in Midtown Manhattan in New York City. And it's just getting swept away by pixels, but it hasn't been eaten yet. So that's the idea there. And that's the series logline as a whole. The first book is about our main character here, Jack, discovering that he's in a game, and learning about the kid who is playing his copy of the game, and forming a bond with him and how that all works out. And then the sequel is an exploration of, well, okay, if living in a fake artificial world and having an existential crisis wasn't enough, what happens when an avatar, right, an in-game avatar like Jack, has to deal with a mean player? What happens when they are victim to ownership by a cruel player? You know what I mean? Kind of like how sometimes in Grand Theft Auto or Watch Dogs or whatever, you may like deliberately smash your main character into like obstacles or just cause mayhem and destruction and endanger all the NPCs and characters in your game just for some fun, just for to stir chaos. Well, what happens if they're all sentient and have thoughts about how you're manipulating and abusing the world with them in it? So yeah, the first book is just about confronting existential dilemmas and confronting your own existence and what that means. And then the second book is about the burden of responsibility that everyone carries in their own way, right? Like, what responsibility does the player have to not abuse their in-game avatars, and what responsibility does the in-game avatar have to try to make the best of their lot in life? You know what I mean? Is it enough to just go, oh, it's out of my control, blame God, or is it, like time to put up or shut up and actually try to make something of yourself regardless of your circumstances? So thematically, they both have some heft. Check them out if you're interested. And yeah, thank you for watching this far. If you have actually, dude, leave a comment if you've watched this far, because it would mean the world to me. And you'll notice this other book here, Cold War 2395. That's my very first novel I ever published. It's a good time. It's, campy space opera, military sci-fi with cool space marines and a troubling ethical dilemma about whether to drop the next iteration of the nuke or not. And yeah, Thanks for watching.